Hello and welcome. I'm Saeed from StoryPlanet.net. Dive right into the essence of the most captivating books without reading them cover to cover. Whether you're on the go, at the gym, or just relaxing at home, we offer you a unique and enriching listening experience. Today, we are exploring the book Alchemy, a creation by Rory Sutherland. In Alchemy 2018, Rory Sutherland urges us to embrace irrational thinking in a world overly reliant on logic. With his experience in advertising and knowledge of behavioral psychology, Sutherland contends that a singular perspective is insufficient for understanding our intricate world. To effectively address everyday challenges, we need to delve beyond surface-level analysis and be receptive to unconventional ideas, which can unexpectedly yield significant results. By doing so, we can become true alchemists. Before we delve into these revelations, it's interesting to note that Rory Sutherland has gained fame as the vice chairman of Ogilvy, an acclaimed advertising agency where he has been employed since 1988. Known for his profound impact on the world of advertising, Sutherland has authored The Wiki Man, 2011, and has frequently delivered talks at TED Global. Currently, he contributes as a regular writer for notable magazines such as The Spectator, Market Leader, and Impact. With 7 key ideas to unveil, brace yourself for a deep dive into this captivating book on StoryPlanet.net. To start, this text discusses the idea of departing from logic in order to produce creative solutions. It highlights the potential benefits of thinking differently and encourages readers to consider what they can gain from it. The text highlights the limitations of relying solely on logic and rationality in solving problems and understanding human behavior. It suggests that embracing irrationality and thinking outside the box can lead to better decision-making and unlocking creative ideas. The author calls this approach alchemy and provides a blueprint for understanding human psychology and problem-solving from a less logical perspective. Key idea number 1. Human behavior is not always rational or logical and cannot always be explained by reasoning or evidence. Logic is important in many aspects of life, but there are instances where it does not apply, particularly in human behavior. People often make decisions that are irrational and unpredictable. An example is our preference for certain brands, such as stripy toothpaste, even when there is no clear advantage. This irrationality makes it difficult to predict behavior and makes assumptions based on logic often fail. For example, businesses in the US assume that more vacation time decreases productivity, but this may not be the case. European countries with generous vacation allowances still have highly productive economies. Businesses need to challenge their assumptions and think outside the box to gain new insights. Key idea number 2. Businesses should pay attention to the small details and not overlook them. Small details can have a big impact on business success. Making minute changes can create a butterfly effect that magnifies their effects throughout the whole system. For example, adding 4 words to a telemarketing script doubled the rate of sales conversions. Paying attention to customer details can also be beneficial, as seen in the case of Best Buy's website. Changing the register button to continue and adding a reassuring statement increased purchases by 45% and generated $15 million in revenue. Key idea number 3. Small details have a significant impact on human thoughts and behaviors. Psychophysics is the study of how perception varies among humans and differs from objective reality. The shape of a chocolate bar can affect its perceived taste. Betty Crocker cake mix initially didn't sell well because it was too easy to make, so General Mills added a step and sales increased. Key idea number 4. Consumers are not uniform and vary in preferences and behaviors. Businesses should be cautious about designing products and services for the average consumer, as humans are highly nuanced. The story of Lieutenant Gilbert S. Daniels, who was tasked with creating a cockpit for high-speed aircrafts, illustrates the flaw in designing for the average person. No one's hand or body is truly average, and designing for an average body type meant that no pilot fit comfortably into the cockpit. This highlights the limitations of using metrics and averages to represent a single customer. Instead, companies should focus on ideas that cater to the outliers of the consumer market, as these often lead to inspired and relevant products that appeal to a wider audience. The invention of the sandwich by the Earl of Sandwich, a non-average individual, further demonstrates that the best ideas often come from unexpected places and people. This kind of unconventional thinking plays a role in crafting powerful messages. Key idea number 5. Absurdity is a crucial component of impactful messages. The unconscious reactions of individuals have a strong influence on their behavior and decision-making, including their response to advertisements. Surprisingly, advertisements featuring cute and cuddly animals are more successful in capturing attention and generating engagement. The inclination to reject absurd ideas in favor of logical ones often leads to missing out on potentially impactful and creative opportunities. Nike's controversial decision to feature Colin Kaepernick in its 2018 campaign, despite backlash, helped solidify the brand's values and identity. Taking risks and thinking outside the box can lead to effective solutions and meaningful outcomes. Key idea number 6. Problem solving is a complex task that involves both psychological insight and a multi-pronged approach. Life and human behavior do not follow a linear path, with plot twists and dead ends. It is important to look at problems from multiple perspectives and not get stuck on a single assumption. The Amanda Knox trial is an example of how clinging to one theory can lead to errors. Businesses should focus on changing customers' perception rather than changing the product itself. Uber's in-app map was a successful solution based on a psychological insight. Multiple possibilities were likely considered before arriving at this solution. Key idea number 7. Illogical ideas can sometimes be the best ideas. Many revolutionary discoveries and breakthroughs have come from accidents or pursuing unusual ideas. Successful entrepreneurs understand the value of testing unconventional ideas. James Dyson's vacuum cleaner and the use of baby faces on shop shutters are examples of successful unconventional ideas. Departing from accepted knowledge can be risky, but can also lead to great payoff. In conclusion, the world values logical thinking, but it doesn't always apply to human behavior. Some problems cannot be solved with reason, so we need to think creatively and entertain illogical possibilities. To do this, we should ask stupid questions and make silly suggestions, as sometimes the most intelligent answers can come from unconventional thinking. Thank you for listening to this summary. If you enjoyed this exploration, we invite you to discover other fascinating books on storyplanet.net. Don't wait any longer. A multitude of books, stories, and knowledge await you there. See you soon on storyplanet.net.